Hello and welcome to the Cavern of Terror.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Cavern of Terror, but more importantly, welcome to another collection archive video. It's a Blu-ray update. It's not exactly a Blu-ray update. I have a pretty sizable VHS haul. I also have a new shirt and one DVD. Well, it's technically two DVDs, but it's a box set. But the first thing I have to show you is this awesome Halloween t-shirt. Check it out. The night he came back. Got it off of Amazon. Now, if I could have had this during my first Halloween review, it would have been awesome. This is a really comfortable shirt. I really like it, and you could probably find it on Amazon right now if you need one. I'll link it in the description box down below. I also ordered another shirt that I'm really excited to get, but unfortunately haven't got it yet, so I can't show you the shirt itself, but I can show you the design. Boom, check it out right there. I got a Danielle Harris Halloween 4 or 5 inspired Stab Happy shirt from Terror Threads. Cannot wait to get that in the mail. I'm gonna do a complete video for that. Should be awesome. Moving on, let's get into the movies. First up here, I have a DVD box set. I've actually had this for a while. It is Urban Legend and Urban Legends. It's a DVD box set, which I think was pretty cool to find. And I thought it was like set worthy, just to put it somewhere. But it's got the first two Urban Legend movies. There's Urban Legend and Urban Legend's Final Cut, which I actually really enjoyed. Guys, if you want to see my reviews for Urban Legend, the whole franchise, all 3 films, I have a playlist called Urban Legend Series Reviews. Let's get into the Blu-rays. I'm so excited to finally have this Blu-ray in my collection individually, and it is Friday the 13th, the final chapter. My favorite Friday the 13th movie. I've always loved Friday the 13th Part 4. I have the first 3 in my collection. I don't actually have the Blu-ray collection that they just put out or the steel tin thing that they have, but I do have the Friday the 13th DVD collection, which is actually pretty rare now. Sells for a good bit, but that is awesome. There are a ton of special features on this. You got commentary with Joseph Zito, the director, the editor, and the coolest thing is the fan commentary by Adam Green and Joe Lynch. Adam Green, obviously the director of Hatchet, Frozen, Digging Up the Marrow, the director of Holliston, and Joe Lynch, who was on Holliston and directed, what was it, Wrong Turn 2, and there's a bunch of special features on here. There are a lot of special features on this Blu-ray, and this is really cool to have. Plus, it's on sale on Amazon right now, so definitely get on there. I got this for like $7. Don't hate me, guys. This movie, a lot of people don't like it, but I happen to. Dracula 2000, directed by Patrick Lussier, the longtime editor of Wes Craven, who also directed Drive Angry with Nicolas Cage. He also directed the My Bloody Valentine 3D remake. He also almost directed the 3rd Rob Zombie Halloween, which wasn't going to be Rob Zombie, and it was actually obviously supposed to be him. And he was rumored to direct a Hellraiser movie that never got made either. But Dracula 2000 is really cheesy. I know Ashley Grady, Killer Flicks, what up, representing. She loves this movie and does not like the sequels. But I gotta give him credit. Patrick Lussier directed all 3 of these movies. Dracula 2000, The Ascension, and I forget what the 3rd one's called. Or is the 3rd one called Ascension? Can't remember. Let me know. But this is just early 2000s cheese with Gerard Butler as Dracula. Okay, so I have a very frustrating story about this next one. This is a Region B locked film, Teaching Mrs. Tingle. I always get that wrong. Teaching Mrs. Tingle. I got this as a UK release, and it is directed by Kevin Williamson. Now, horror fans will know that Kevin Williamson wrote I Know What You Did Last Summer. More importantly, he wrote Scream. He wrote almost all the Screams except for Scream 3. Yeah, he didn't write Scream 3. He wrote part of Scream 3. But he also directed and wrote this movie. Haven't seen it in a very long time. And I was told that the 4K player that I had was region free. And I could watch anything on it. So I bought this because it was really cheap. And found out that no, that's not true. You have to buy this from a certain company to get it region free. So now I have to go out and try to find a region free player. I know they're not that expensive anymore. I think there's like $150 maybe for a region free player. So I can finally check out Teaching Mrs. Tingle. This is a pretty underrated movie in my opinion. Guys, we have Don't Breathe with Jane Levy, Stephen Lang, and it's directed by Fede Alvarez. I love this movie. I did a review for it a long time ago when it came out, and I still think I should do a Cavern of Terror review, a more modern style review of mine for this movie because it deserves it. I saw this in theaters, like I said, loved it. It looks amazing on Blu-ray, it really does, and I got lucky enough to find it with a slipcover at FYE. It was a little banged up, but I, if you can tell, filled in a little bit with marker with Sharpie. But this cover, love this cover, but I personally think that this should have been the cover for Don't Breathe. How awesome would that have looked? Don't Breathe. Okay, so I went a little bit ham with the Scream Factories, and this is the first of 3 and the first of 2 John Carpenter films. The Fog. I love The Fog. This movie is awesome. Everybody in this movie is great. Tom Atkins, Jamie Lee Curtis, Adrienne Barbeau. Barbeau is just awesome in this movie. Dean Cundey kills it on the camera again. I believe this is the first appearance by Buck Flower in a John Carpenter film. This came out in 1980, I think, the year before Halloween 2, and it's just awesome. I've heard a lot of people don't like the remake. I've seen the remake. It was a long time ago, and I hadn't seen this movie at the time. I think I was like, 14 when the remake came out. So, I don't remember. But that cover art is awesome. And unfortunately, I got a copy of the Scream Factory that doesn't have the slip. I would love to have the slip for this movie. I think I found one on Blu-rays for everyone that's like $20. But if anybody has an extra one laying around, let me know. Moving on to the second Scream Factory, we have John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness. I haven't seen this either, but I haven't seen this. I've seen The Fog. What am I talking about? I haven't seen Prince of Darkness, but I watched. I can't talk today. I don't know. When I talk without a script, my mind, what was that? But I watched Lee, Drum Dum's review of Prince of Darkness, and it just made me want to check it out even more, so I bought it. And that cover art, that Scream Factory cover art, guys. And I forgot to mention on The Fog, but there are a ton of special features. There aren't really that many on this one, but I believe, hold on. Yes, there are a ton on The Fog. There aren't that many on here, but they are, they have a trailer, they have audio commentaries and stuff like that, so that is pretty cool. So I have 2 John Carpenter Scream Factories, which technically I have 3 John Carpenter Scream Factories because I also have John Carpenter's Village of the Damned with the slip. Without slips, with the slip. I need the slips for these. You've got one laying around. Let me know. Okay guys, finally the last Scream Factory I have is The Strangers with the slip. Guys, I was a little bit let down by the special features on here. There aren't that many. There's interviews with the cast, deleted scenes, trailer. There 2K scan, which is pretty cool. So if you have a 4K TV, this movie's gonna look amazing on it. But it's still just as good as it was when I watched it back in the day. It's such a tense movie. It's such an intense movie as well. The scares are genuine. I don't want to give away too much because I have special plans for The Strangers. Speaking of special plans, since I have this now, I have no use for this anymore. I own just the regular edition of The Strangers. It still has special features, the deleted scenes. It doesn't have any of the it doesn't have the TV spots or anything, but this is the unrated version, which does have, I believe, the theatrical. Actually, no, it doesn't. This is the unrated version. So, to you guys, if anyone out there does not own The Strangers, the unrated version of The Strangers, and you want the unrated version of The Strangers, I'm going to put a post on Instagram of this movie, and all you have to do to enter yourself into this contest to win this Blu-ray is to go over to my Instagram, Cavern of Terror, like the picture of this, and comment on that picture why you deserve to have this in your collection. And if you win, I'll private message you and I'll get your information and I will send this out to you. So finally, I have a decent stack of VHS tapes here, and I never thought I would have a VHS haul, but yeah, here we go. First off, we're gonna start with some Wes Craven stuff. So obviously, if I'm collecting VHS, I gotta do Wes Craven. First, we have Vampire in Brooklyn. I haven't heard too many good things about this, but it was Wes Craven, a vampire movie, and Eddie Murphy. So I had to be about it. Fortunately, the place that I go to has been around for a while, but they just now started doing VHS. And they keep them in these clear cases, these plastic cases, to keep the box art, the boxes in good shape. And they are in very good shape, most of them are. So I've never seen Vampire in Brooklyn, but I'm excited to check it out. I ordered the DVD because I have a VHS collection, or not a VHS collection, well I do. I have a VHS tape, I have VHS, like a recorder, but I don't have a TV to play them on. So now these are just kind of decoration until I can find an actual TV to hook up my VHS player to. But the first one is Vampire in Brooklyn. Next up, we have Nightmare on Elm Street, A Nightmare on Elm Street. And this is a VHS copy that I don't see too many people talk about. I've seen the one with Heather and Freddy on the front, but this is more like the poster. And I jumped all over this one the second I saw it. There's the side there and the back. That looks different than the other VHSs that I've seen. But I loved that. That's just really cool. All old style, the old style art. Love it. Next, I have 2 copies of Scream. But this is the original, which I love. I finally love that I have all 3 Screams. Spoilers, I have the third one here too. But you know, I have Scream 2 right there. So now I have Scream 3. So that means my setup's going to change yet again to put these up. But there's Scream. Gotta love it. This is the back. Next up, I've seen quite a few people show these off. And I can't remember who's on all of them, but I have the Neve Campbell variant art. Exclusive behind the scenes featurette, which is probably on the Blu-ray, but I love that variant cover. Scream 3, check out Scream 3. It's just like the Scream 3 Blu-ray. They look exactly the same. So does the first Scream, but it's a bare bones version. But there's the back. Forgot to show you the back of the variant, which is the same as the original, but it's just cool to have Scream 3 and the Blu-ray. I also have the DVD too, but you guys know that. Guys, I'm so excited to have this one, and I really want to order this poster, Urban Legend. You guys know how I feel about Urban Legend. Love the back. That looks awesome. And I reviewed all 3 of them. So if you want to go over and check out that Urban Legend playlist, like I said, check it out. I'm going to put that poster right next to my I Know What You Did Last Summer poster. So this is one of the last VHS's, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake, which is just awesome. Look at that art. That is so cool. And that is different from the Texas Chainsaw Blu-ray art. Where is it? I have it here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, this is the art on the Blu-ray. This is the art on the VHS. So it is a little bit different. I say that this one is a little bit more reminiscent of the beginnings art. And I'll put up a picture for that. But it'd be cool if this was this. But I love that they're different. Maybe I haven't seen what the DVD looks like, so if somebody has the DVD of the remake, you could definitely show me what that looks like. Last up, guys, I have 3 Halloween films. That's right. First up, we have Halloween H2O, currently my favorite in the franchise. Spoilers for my Halloween H2O review, but it will be very comprehensive. This is actually a different copy or cover than the Blu-ray, which I have back here. This has that god-awful Michael Myers mask that's fortunately not in the movie. But yeah, check it out. There's that. It's similar. Michael is on this, and Michael's barely on this. I actually prefer this, and I know there is a version of the Blu-ray out there with this cover. I'd love to have it, because this stands out a lot in my collection. But there is Halloween H2O. Okay, so the last 2 that I have are also Halloween films, and I've been actually wanting to have these in my collection for a while. I have Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, and Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Because I love Danielle Harris. She's just so awesome. She's just really good in both these movies. And it was just nice to have. It's a cool thing to have. I don't see too many people that own 4 and 5. I might be completely wrong, but I haven't seen too many horror tubers that have both of these on VHS. I know Lee has them, obviously, and he's got the tin versions. But man, these are in fantastic condition. Like, if you can see, they're pretty cool looking, and I love the backs. The backs are like newspapers. That's pretty cool. The only thing that's a little different, they're both CBS Fox releases, but Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 have different sides on them, even though the cases look almost exactly the same. Okay guys, there you have it. Collection archive. What do you think of my pickups? Do you have anything that I showed you here? Do you want that The Strangers Blu-ray unrated? Just remember, all you have to do is go over to my Instagram page, Cavern of Terror, like the picture of The Strangers, and let me know in the comments why you need to have that in your collection. Yeah, this could be yours. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see all my future content, make sure you hit that little bell button. That includes my reviews of Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers with Lee from Drum Dums, and my concluding review of my Insidious franchise with Insidious Chapter 2. I would also appreciate it, guys, if you check me out on social media. You can find the links to all of those accounts in the description box down below. But most importantly, guys, I've been Zach. This has been the Cavern of Terror. Stay metal, my friends.